Hello, hello, hello. There we go. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Hey, Overdrive. Yeah, I was just testing out stuff to see if I could get it to work. We had some problems yesterday that were brought to the attention that a lot of people were sending messages, but the messages weren't coming through to me. Because one of the guys sent a screenshot. He's like, hey, I don't know if you were like really busy, but you missed a bunch of these messages I sent. And I was like, yeah, I don't remember seeing those at all. So now you guys can see exactly what it is that I see for messages that come in. And that way, if you guys type something and you're like, well, he never responded to me, now you'll be able to look up there and be like, oh, it's because he never got it. So I reached out to support. Actually, I should check. I don't know if I heard back from them yet. Let me find out. Let's find out if YouTube sent anything back. You're just blind. No, legitimately not. So Serduku was hanging out in chat, and he actually had to go and switch to a different account so that his messages would go through, because none of them were showing up. So there's some sort of bug or issue going on right now, and I don't have them banned, so I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look like I've gotten anything back from them yet. Interesting. Well, we'll see what happens. But cool. All right, let's jump into this. Yeah, I'm a little behind schedule. I'm also... Oh, see, but it's doing a weird thing where you guys see the outline of the box. Can I change that? There's gotta be a way to adjust that, because I don't like that you guys can see the outline. It'd be nice if we could get just chat coming in. I couldn't find... I mean, I did this last minute pretty much. I couldn't find a really nice, easy thing. What if because I'm basically just putting in the thing from Twitch or from YouTube. What if I go... We gotta wait for the game to load it anyways, but... if we do... blending mode... additive... No. Blending mode... normal. Right, because it's a solid thing. Maybe what we can do is we can add in a filter. And we can do a chroma key. And instead of green, we do custom. We do like black. Oh, do I have to take a screenshot to find out what color this is? It's like something like this. Oh god, that removes everything. Whatever. We'll just have it how it was before for now. It's not a big deal. I tried to set up Streamlabs chat box. Actually, we could try that and see if that works. Streamlabs.com. So what have you guys been up to? We have been hanging out inside where the temperature is nice and warm, because it is cold outside. It is, I think it's a little colder today than it was yesterday. And yesterday it hit pretty close to -30. So if I go all widgets and I go chatbot, we're on the YouTube version. We'll go clean. And we'll reset the code. And then we'll copy this. All right, we're gonna temporarily hide this one, and we're gonna... Oh, we don't want to delete that. We're gonna add in a browser source, and let's go Streamlabs chats. And the width, we're gonna say 500, I think. Let's find this out. Test. Oh, it shows up in there. That's not the one we want, though. If I save the settings, and I just type in hello. Hey, there we go. Okay, so that works. That's actually way nicer. We're going to do this. I think it'll disappear after a few moments too, won't it? Which is how I like it. I couldn't find any tutorials on getting them set up, and so many places don't use Streamlabs for it. I don't understand why. You like the other one? It covered my face? Thanks, Overdrive. I greatly appreciate you. You are a wonderful person, and you're always a pleasure to have here. Okay, so we also want to set it up so that... How do I set it so that the stuff changes or disappears over time? Hide common chatbots. Disable message animations. Chat delay. Hide messages after. Let's go 35 seconds. How's that? 35 seconds is a long time. That's half a minute. Let's go 25 seconds. Cool. We'll do that. And perfect timing. Our game has loaded. Okay. So yeah, now everybody should be able to see. Or, you know what, it's very possible that maybe all the messages will pop up there, and some of them aren't going to pop up on the studio live chat, but we'll find out. Okay. What were we doing? We were... Also, did my green screen move again? I don't know. I feel like there's more cut off than there usually is. Let's find out. Oh, it's all the way at the end. Okay, so let me just rotate this. Oh, it is cut off. There we go. We're just ahead of everything today, right? We're just keeping up with stuff. Okay, that's good. That's good. That is good. That is good. Cool. Botania's turned out to be both a lot cooler than I thought it would be, but also extremely annoying. I know we were waiting for some recipes to finish, which I think they have. What were we waiting for? We were waiting for emitters, right? Because we want to set this up so that this always... Oh, wait, no. We gotta go down below. So that it's always going to produce stuff that's exported into the system, but we don't always export things in. And I think how we'll do it is we'll have it so that the exports always have... Oh, yeah, we had it set up this way already, right? Or no? We should export always and then import sometimes. Oh god, this is so weird. Okay. So that's the export into the interface. And then this, oh no, we are doing this right. So those are always exporting. And the ME level emitter says that when we have less than 1,000 living rock, it's going to give us some living rock, right? Export living rock. And then living wood? We don't have any right now. We should grab some. Do we have some up there? I don't know if we have any up there. Let's go find out. Oops. We've also got to separate the systems too, so it's going to be a little bit of a pain getting it going, but ideally, once it's going, life will be fantastic. So let's just put it on this side. Yeah, whatever. We'll just do that. Okay. So now the exporting. Wait, is it done already? Oh, I thought I heard it change. Okay. The exporting is coming down. Or sorry, oh my god, I'm so confused right now. I don't remember where we were at with this. I don't think we figured out how to get this to work exactly. I know we have the, or no, we were going to do 2 ME controllers for this. Wasn't that what it was? I think that's what it was. So the first ME controller is going to be for the bottom. And the second ME controller is going to be for the top. Let's make sure they're disconnected. So those go to our big guy, which go into that drive. And then I don't know if this drive is connected yet. I think we separated them with the marks, right? We did. And so we want to do more cable anchors, I think. Maybe we'll just get the export plugged in. Oh, wait, the other one's connected on the back here. We don't want that. Right, that's disconnected, disconnected, disconnected. So that comes down to here. And then this is going to have the smart cable. Oh, God. Oh. Okay. We need our quartz fibers. All right, one second. I'll turn down the music for me a little bit, and I'll turn it back up for you guys. Okay. So... Wait, no, we don't want quartz fiber. We want smart cable with quartz. No. No. It was the not quartz fiber, not quartz fiber. We needed the other thing. I forget what it's called. Exporter. EM emitter. No, not EM emitter. No. Yeah, applied energistics. We're looking for, it's like an ME something. Level emitter. ME toggle bus. There we go. So we needed to do a toggle bus here. And we need to do a toggle bus. I think it's here, right? No, the toggle bus needs to go up one. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to add in the smart cable here. We're going to put the toggle bus here. Now it's in the same spot as the emitter. And then another smart cable down below. So now this is going to be the living wood. And then this is going to be living rock. Our smart cable can connect here. And now we need cable anchor. Actually, we could just remove that one there entirely. That one doesn't need to be there. So now the smart cable. Wait, those are connected and those shouldn't be connected. Let's pop this out for a second. Cable goes here. Smart cable goes here. cable goes here. Smart cable goes there. Now we need to add in an energy acceptor. There we go. I just wanted to turn the music up a little bit more. Okay. Right, the energy acceptor needs to go here now. So energy acceptor, we're going to make 2 of these because we're going to need 2 of them. Because I think we lost them. They might have despawned by now. I left the game going after stream ended so that it would finish creating or crafting a couple of things we wanted. So, we're going to put energy acceptor here. Oh, we have an energy acceptor right there. Hey, chat, Spen doesn't look at us. We can type whatever. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on overdrive. Although, for some reason, it's not showing up in the chat now. Unless it's up top? Like, I'm seeing it here. Is it in this one? It's in this one. But Streamlabs chat box isn't bringing it in now. I'm very confused. Oh, there we go. It's just very slow. You didn't see it at all? Yeah, it took a little bit for it to show up, but it showed up even later for me. Because I mean, the other one's not bad. Like, this one wouldn't be terrible to use. It's just every time I refresh it, it shows that dumb little welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. I don't know how to remove that. Versus like this one where if I put in like like I just hit enter right now and it'll take probably like 15 to 20 seconds for it to show up there. And I wonder if that's because of the same delay. Maybe it gets the same, I don't know. YouTube does the stream delay, or there's the delay on stream. Unless, I don't think I have anything in here. Because I have hide messages, but I don't have a chat delay. So, who knows? I just wish we could get rid of the welcome to live chat. Because this one's actually, you know, I kind of like this one because it shows the markers on it. I think we'll just leave that one there. Maybe we'll just like bring it up a little higher so it doesn't show as much. And then do I have... We'll get rid of the Streamlabs one. And we'll just go filters and we'll put not the chroma key on it because chroma key doesn't seem to be working. I wish I could just select the color. Oh, here's what we could do. Or wait, no. We won't do the chroma key. We'll just do that. We'll do the same thing we had on it before, which was blending mode. Lighten? No. Blending mode. Subtract? No. Blending mode. Screen. Right. We'll do that. Well, we'll just do that for now. It's fine. It's not perfect, but it's like a makeshift thing. Cool. All right. See, yeah, that's a good height. That's a good height. That's fine. We'll leave it there. Okay. Because I can read it. I think you guys can read it as well. And then I'll spend a bit of time trying to find another YouTube chat box that we can use for it. Okay. Although I've been debating on, I really want to, so I've been playing a bunch of Space Engineers with a buddy who he just got Space Engineers. He's never played it before until a couple days ago. And we are having the time of our life. And he was even saying something like, you know, Spencer, because we were originally talking about like maybe doing a server or something like that. And, usage and generate. Okay, so we got to add another one of the lava generators in here. Where is it? Where did it go? And he was just like, yeah, if we can get enough people interested, we'll do a server. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I'm more like, I'll let you, just so you know, I know a lot of people that are into the game. He's like, yeah, no, that's cool. So we're probably gonna play Space. Definitely won't stream it on this channel, but I genuinely, if we can get enough people interested in Space Engineers and doing like a server, genuinely, I would start streaming on Twitch again on just like random things, just so I could just stream Space Engineers. Okay, so we gotta add in a little bit more fluid pipes. And it wouldn't be like an actual scheduled thing. It would just be randomly whenever I feel like it. Although I did, because the other option too is I did start an alt account. And I was doing, what's it called? I was doing a little bit of VTubing because I thought it would be kind of fun to try it out. And I really enjoyed it. And so I could do it on the VTube account, but it's not the same. But it's one of those things where I'm like, man, if I start streaming on Twitch to do Space Engineers, then what about that whole big event that we did where I was just like, goodbye, everybody. We're out of here. We're not, because at that point, we're not really out of there anymore. All right, we're going to do our next ME controller. Right. We could probably put, I know we can't connect it to the energy acceptor, right? Because that reds it out. So we're gonna have to put it here. And we're just gonna do this. And this. And that connects down here, where we can throw in the next energy acceptor. We can go magmatic dynamo. And we're gonna grab one more. Oh, excuse me. I'm also kind of excited. So I originally sent it out as kind of a little bit of I was just like, you know, we'll see if there's any interest, but we won't really plan anything. So I sent it a tweet a little while, the day before yesterday, where I was just like, hey, if anybody, you know, we're looking at adding a few members to the NeverBound SMP, and we got a couple really good responses back from it. You'd play? Oh yeah. I didn't, honestly, Overdrive, I didn't even worry about talking to you about it because I knew as soon as we've got it up and going, I'll just be like, hey, Overdrive, just so you know. Because I know I ended up, Opie actually messaged me today, and he was just like, hey, how's it going? I was like, oh, pretty good. You know, by the way, might do some Space Engineer stuff if you're interested. And he's like, oh yeah, hit me up. So we've just gotta talk to Mr. Peaches. Miss ya, Peaches. Now that should power up those as well. We've got usage 20, generation 39, Usage 23, generation 23. Okay, we're good. We're good. So now, the export bus is online. Is the annihilation plane working? It's not. He's the one that told you about it? Nice. I know, because I wasn't gonna start messaging people because I wasn't exactly sure what was gonna go on. Because me and Overpowered Peach have been playing Space Engineers. We've just been doing like a single player world where he'll jump on to play, but he'll just send me a message like, oh, by the way, I'm on Space Engineers, and so I'll load it. And we've been building a couple different things, so it's been kind of fun. And so there's still a bit of a debate. I don't know if it's gonna happen for sure, so I can't promise anything. But you know, it's definitely something that's been thought about a fair amount. So. That is Fluix ME dense cables. Oh, the reason why the exporter isn't working is because it's not connected here yet. The living rock and the living wood, it's not working. Maybe we should try doing this as a chest. Let's try chest first. Why? Why won't the annihilation panes work? Why won't they work? Why? Remove it. Because it's all connected. And we're trying to export. Right? And that's... I mean, this setup is wrong with the level emitters, but they're all on, so it should be working. Okay, let's try connecting the smart cable. Let's see if we can get them to place. So we're gonna go and add this here and here. So we can go smart cable, smart cable, smart cable. It's placing them. Now Overdrive is sending me Space Engineers memes. So it is placing them. Oh wait, that wasn't gonna remove it because it only removes stone. Or wait, no, that should just remove everything. Right, if I remove all of these, it's placing them. So the formation pane works. Oh, sorry, Peaches is sending me Space Engineers memes, not Overdrive, sorry, Overdrive. So placing them works. But it won't export them yet. Let's try removing the toggle bus. We're just gonna go with an export bus, and we're gonna say export living rock. Too many things are connected. Oh, we gotta add this back in. The annihilation plane just doesn't want to do it. All right, let me look up the annihilation plane again. So we're looking for applied Energistics to annihilation plane. Okay. Destroys blocks as if mined with an appropriate tool and inserts their drops as well as other item entities into an ME network. The ME annihilation plane can be attached to any thin ME cable so that it faces the space adjacent to the cable. Blocks and items and entities that come into contact with the working face of the plane are annihilated and sent into the ME system. The ME annihilation plane requires a channel and only works if it has something on its network to send items, such as an ME chest, an ME drive, or ME storage bus. It will not annihilate items which could only be sent into another container through an ME... Okay, so it can't do that. So what we need to do is we need to do a storage bus. And so we know we can export into an ME interface. But this... We're gonna go smart cable. And then the toggle bus will go underneath. That way it works fine. So now we need an ME interface with the storage bus attached to it. Which means we only need the one. No, we still need two. If I tell it to only do living wood, will that work? Boom! Living wood's gone, I think. Oh, it works. Oh my god, chat, it works. Oh, this is incredible. Okay. So then we should also be able to just put living rock in here. Oh, so we only need the one. Well, I mean, technically we need the two. Hey, Surdaku, how you doing? Look at that. We got the thing up top now. So you at least temporarily, that's what we're using for now. So you can at least see if messages are coming through or not. OMG, you're on your main. Yeah, it's working. I also sent out, I sent out a message to YouTube yesterday. And they never got back to me, but, you know, maybe they're like, oh, crap, we gotta get in there, we gotta fix that guy's stuff, but we'll pretend that everything was fine to begin with. Maybe that's what's going on. I doubt it, but we can pretend. We can pretend that YouTube was like, oh my god, Spontaneous? The S-P-E-N-taneous? We have to make sure that he's looked after. Okay, so this is going, we need another... Wait, that's living wood. And that's living rock. So this we're gonna switch with living rock. And now we need ME. Interface, what's it called again? Why won't the interface show up in here? Do we not have the interface as a recipe? I swear we do. Because isn't it used for a ton of different things? Like the storage bus? The ME interface is missing. Why? Why? Okay. Interface. Oh my god. What's missing from this? We have the annihilate. We need a formation pane. Or formation core. Give me one of those. And then with the formation core, which I think it's got to just crush a couple things down into dust. So how you doing? Hey, Sudaku, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. How about yourself? I've been playing a lot of video games that I don't need to be, like Space Engineers, and I'm having an absolute blast with it. I genuinely think that my all-time favorite games are definitely space exploration, open world survival games. Although you could argue that Space Engineers isn't really an exploration game, but then you could also argue that, you know, it kind of still really is. Okay, so ME storage bus. Wait, that's an import bus. We need a storage bus now. Which, oh, I don't know where the interface has gone. All right, we're going to go grab it. We're going to go add interface into the system. Because I have a feeling we're going to be setting up a few of those kinds of systems here. Hey, Mr. Nice Guy, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. So for anybody that has been here in the last couple weeks, what we discovered is some people are sending messages, but they're not coming through. So I've added in the chat up in the top left. So if anybody is trying to send a message and they're like, Spencer's not responding. Is he just ignoring me? I'm probably not ignoring you. It's probably that I'm not seeing the message, but now you guys can see when that's happening. So what do you got for us? Lapis lazuli. A hen house. And a straw. Interesting. The one who codes. Huh. Alright, cool. Okay, so we gotta figure out why the storage bus... Oh wait, we don't even have to leave here, right? I keep forgetting we have this setup over here. There's gotta be something that just shut down on these ends, because I'm pretty sure we would have added one of them in here before. It's just weird there's no interface. Okay. So we need to add in this. To add in this. That is our Botania stuff. I don't remember what the chest is for. I don't think we can label those. Crusher A, the haunting. We need these. We're gonna go here. Oh, sorry, here and here. So now we can plop in our interface, and this is gonna get working. Spen, how's Buddy? Most importantly, how are you? Buddy's doing good. He's a little sad because it's very cold out, and so I'm not taking him out for walks, because we will go to the dog park, and in 30 seconds he'll be like, my toes are cold, but all I did was stand here and sniff things, and I'm sad now, and I want to go home, but pick me up, Spencer, but don't touch me because I don't like being touched, but do something. And then it's just a whole complicated ordeal, where nobody wins. But it's okay, because he'll get over it. That's the only option he has. Myself personally, I'm doing great. I have nothing to complain about. So we did the interface, and now we need a storage bus? Storage bus. Okay. Right, so the storage bus goes into the interface. This storage bus is trying to get rid of living rock. This one's trying to get rid of living wood. This one sets that when we have over 1,000 living wood, it will stop accepting things. Let me just do this. So now the whole system up here has been automated. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in some smooth stone cut. All right, look at this, look at that. Oh, beautiful. Oh, look at that. Oh, beautiful. And then we're gonna add in some glass. And you know what? We're gonna use the fancy framed glass. Cool. All right, whatever. Now we can just leave that forever because it's going to make us the stuff we want. So, Botania, the mod pack that's both amazing but also haunts my dreams with nightmares. What's the next step? The next... Oh, we were trying to figure out if there was a way to move mana from this over here. Also, I guess we could set up this now. Oh, God, we should really set up that system now too, shouldn't we? Do I still have a Discord account, or did you leave that too? No, I still have a Discord account. I just don't have a Discord. Okay. Because I still have, like, some Discords that I do stuff with, like projects and hobbies and stuff like that, but I do not have a public Discord. Although some people have almost convinced me to get one again, but then I think about how I don't want to do any of the moderation, so I'm like, no, I'm I'm good. That sounds like lots of work. And I'm the kind of person who's like, work, hardly want to. Okay, so we're gonna break out a bunch of this. I think this is gonna make a mess, but that's okay. So the plan... Oh, I'm still kind of thinking, though, that Bozu Boy's probably right. And we should probably... Wait, we have other flowers now. Let's read the other flowers and see if there's an easier one. Generating flora. The Munch Dew. Generating the form of natural energy that is mana is best done from living materials. The Munch Dew will eat up any nearby leaves and convert them into mana. However, no saplings or any other items will be dropped from the leaves. This flower outputs a hefty sum of mana per tree's worth of leaves. However, once it finishes eating all leaves in range, the Munch Dew will take a brief digestive break and will only eat again after around a minute. Okay, do we have anything that auto-generates leaves? No, we do not. So we're gonna pick a different one. Entropinium. To generate a blast of mana, in fact, a blast might be required. Igniting a block of TNT on dry land near an entropinium will have the latter absorb all the blast entropy generated by the blast, converting it into mana and nullifying any damage in the process. However, to absorb the explosion, the flower must not have any mana stored in it, otherwise explosions as usual. Not a big fan of that one. I don't really want to use explosions. Gormarillus is one hungry flower. It will eat any food items it finds in a small area and turn them into mana. There's a catch, though. It can only digest a single food item at any given time, outputting mana once it's done. It will devour any other foods while digesting, but yield no return for those. The amount of time it takes to digest a delicacy depends on the food's nutritional value. Interesting. Thus, a steak will take 4 seconds to digest, an apple will take 2, a loaf of bread will take 2.5, and so on. The rate of mana production will also vary with nutrition. I can send you a link to Wolfie's Discord server. I don't really do too much on Discord. Like, the most I do is, like, a small little projects here and there, but I haven't really been doing anything with, like, social aspects with Discord. I've just... I'll be if you guys want to send a link, I'm totally cool with joining it, but it'll probably be something where I just never really look at it, and it has nothing to do with you guys or anything like that. It's just I'm very much, I just like kind of working on stuff, and I'm not a big socializer, which is what's been really nice about not having a personal Discord. But yeah, if you want to send the link, I'm totally cool with joining it. You probably won't see me in it very much at all, though. Thus, the steak will take 4... Okay, so there's... I don't know if this is the one that I want to do either. For example, a single steak will produce more mana than 2 apples, both in total and per second. Of course, like any properly gourmet variety on its diet, feeding it many different foods can be very rewarding. Giving it the same food repeatedly might not go over so well, though. An experienced botanist can infer the mood from the sounds it makes. Interesting. Narslamus. He doesn't socialize. He's ghosted me twice already. It's true, but mostly because Overdrive's just hard to handle. You know, he's just... Overdrive's the kind of person where you hang out with them for a couple minutes and you're like, yeah, that's good for a couple years. Like he's just too... I'm kidding, Overdrive. There's some unidentified power in this universe that creates slimes at certain points, seemingly at random. Slime chunks, they called those points. It seems like every chunk is a slime chunk here. The Narslamus is a flower that has the ability to tap into that energy. It'll absorb slimes created by that power and collect all the mana journey. Oh my god. Does that mean we could just set this up and we'll never have to deal with slimes again? I don't know if I like the sticky mess thing, though. Ooh, excuse me. We've also got Rosa Arcana. Experience points contain a magic of their own. The Rosa Arcana can tap into this magic, absorbing the experience of nearby players and turning it into mana. It can also synthesize mana from experience orbs and enchanted items in the world. However, this method nets you a bit less mana from the same experience. Okay. Thermal Lily. Thermal Lily is a lava-flavored counterpart to the hydrangeas. The flower absorbs lava around it at the same altitude to generate mana. After absorbing 1 block of lava, the flower will produce mana continually for around 45 seconds, but afterwards needs a bit more time, around 5 seconds to cool down, before it can absorb more. The mana throughput the thermally produced during its is extremely high. It's an ideal flower for a quick boost in stores. Oh man, the first two seem to be the easiest. The End of Flame, I think, is going to be the easiest one to use because we have a bunch of things for like dispensing. We have one for dispensing stuff. Right, we can use a shoot. Because it'll you know what? Hold on, chat. This might be the way to do this. Because the shoots from the crate mod, they don't place items if there's already items placed on the ground. So it'll limit the amount of items that it drops. It's like what's the flower called again? The Endo Flame. So if we, for example, put an Endo Flame here, and if we get coal, make me 10 of these. Oh, does it have to be charcoal? No, it does consume coal blocks. Wait, go to my wand. Oh, my wand is in my inventory. But it seems a little bit slower. See, it's constantly generating it. But this means we could also probably put a bunch of Endo Flames just side by side. And then just drop the coal down the... Oh my god, I think that's what we're going to do. Oh my god, I think this is going to get good. Endo Flame. But there's also the floating Endo Flame, and I don't know what that does yet. I wonder if we can find that. Functional Flora. Oh my god, what are all these? An introduction to functional flora. There are myriad of uses for the mana a botanist generates, notably as the fuel for an assortment of functional flora. These flowers will drain mana from a nearby mana pool into themselves to perform their respective functions. Note that flowers can't receive power directly through mana spreaders. All functional flora must, like generating flora, contain a small buffer of mana. Flowers bind to only one mana pool at a time. When placed, they'll bind to the nearest pool or the closest placed afterward. If none were in range, and should be rebound with a wand in bind mode. Additionally, some functional flowers use a redstone root in their creation. These flowers' effects can be toggled with the redstone signals. Interesting. So what do these do then? That's in all of these ones, right? Yeah, that's the introduction here. Flower shrinking. Some functional flowers can have a bit too much reach for certain use cases. Tossing one of these into the mana pool with an alchemy catalyst will, at the cost of some mana, shrink it, making its area of effect smaller. So we can make the flowers smaller. Oh, it's like the petite. Okay. Agri-carnation. The slow growth of crops is a perpetual problem in the feeding of the masses. The agri-carnation transforms mana into a type of natural fertilizer, causing nearby plant life to grow faster. That's really cool. Bella Thorn is a malevolent flower. It twists any mana provided to slowly inflict harm on any living being, save for players around it. Dude, that's really cool. So you can use that for mob farms. Bergamot. Anyone who's ever attempted ranching knows of the cacophonous din emitted by herds of animals. Luckily, the bergamot can deafen such dins. The bergamot absorbs sound energy emitted in a close radius around itself, converting it into trace amounts of mana and dispersing it harmlessly. Cool. Additionally, horns or drums will not break blocks within its range. That's cool. Modulating delay. Many functional flora interact with dropped items. Certain soils can ensure they do so in the right order. Planting a flower over podzol will add a small delay before it can interact with dropped items, allowing for a priority system of sorts. So that means we could have it so that some flowers could use the item first, and then if it has already used one, then another flower would use it, right? The system's use also extends to floating flowers via the use of boreal seeds. Okay, floating flowers, that's what I want to know. Here. Glimmering flowers? Is that what they're called? It's not on this page. We'll just keep reading through these just to figure out what all these do. So that was the energy one. The Bellathorn was damage. We've also got the Clayconia. It's a simple flower. All it does is moisten nearby sand, turning it into pellets of clay. Cool. We don't need that because we've already got it automated. Daffodil is a fan of sorts. It uses mana to push any items in front of it forward. Interesting. Dreadthorn is a slightly more specialized counterpart to the Bellathorn. Instead of all nearby beings, it only harms adult animals. Ooh, so you could use that for farming. That's actually really cool. The Exoflame. Oh, dude, it's generating counterparts. The Exoflame uses mana to generate heat. Any furnaces near an active Exoflame are fueled and given a speed boost. That's really cool. The Fallen Canade is a flower with angelic properties. It creates an aura of healing from mana to apply regeneration effect to any players and tame pets. That's cool. Oh, and it ignores mobs. That's also really good. The Hopper Hawk simply picks up items around it and puts them in adjacent inventories like chests. Placing item frames on adjacent inventories will specify which items can or can't go in. That's really cool. Any inventory with no adjacent item frame can accept any items, but labeled inventories will take priority. The rule used to sort items can be changed by sneak right click or using a dispenser on the flower with a wand of forest in function mode. Cool. Hyacodus. For some reason, poison does not kill. The Hyacodus conjures it within the bodies of nearby mobs, bringing them to their knees after wait for a one-hit kill. So that would also be used for like an experience farm, right? You like flowers, right? If so, the Jaded Amaranthus is made just for you. When fed with mana from a mana pool, it will grow new mystical flowers on nearby soil at a rapid pace. That is awesome. That's one we're going to really want. So the Amaranthus. Maybe we should make one of those so that we know. The Giulia. The Giulia is a flower that for a small mana drain keeps any nearby animals or monsters at bay, protecting a circular area from entry. So it stops mobs. It stops mobs and animals from coming through. Interesting. The Metamorphosis is a flower that induces metamorphic transformations in nearby stone blocks. These blocks are transmogrified into one of 8 different types of metamorphic stone. All 8 types will generate everywhere, but the types that generate more will often depend on the biome. All varieties can be used for bricks, chisels. Interesting. Metamorphic stone. We're going to look that up. Oh, it's these. Oh, that's so cool. It's actually a bunch of really solid colors. I love the chisel or the Selite bricks from like Selite. That's a cool color. Oh my God, we're gonna have to set up something for that now. Okay. I know the Medumone is a flower with the ability to completely halt a creature's movements. Animals love eating, that's all they seem to do. Really strangely enough, though, they only eat things that are fed to them. The Polydesiac will simply do just that. It uses mana to feed nearby food items on the ground to animals within range, putting them in better moods. I wonder if that can also be used for villagers. Quite a handy flower indeed. The Ranunculus will pick up nearby placeable items and place them within a large radius around itself as blocks, preferably facing them towards itself. However, it will only place blocks on top of a specific block type at a time. Interesting. Okay. The Solagnolia. The Ring of Magnetization is quite the handy tool for any diggers or collectors. However, it can also pick up unwanted items, disrupting automation setups in the process. The Solagnolia disrupts the ring's field of effects. That must be an item we can make then. Tinkleberry is a flower that for a small mana drain keeps any nearby animals or monsters within a circular ward, preventing them from getting out. Okay, so it's the reverse of the other one. Tiger's Eye is known for the fact that creepers are terrified of cats. The Tiger's Eye exploits that fact, emitting a feline aura to petrify any nearby creepers and preventing them from exploding. Cool. And then the Vincolitus. Uses mana to hijack the power of any Enderman within a large radius around it. Whenever an Enderman attempts to teleport within said radius, it instead forces the location of the Vincolitus. That's actually really cool. So at some point, we're going to set up the Marimorphosis, because that's the different kinds of stone, because I would really like to get the stone. That would be really sweet. I don't remember if I read that, but okay, sent it to you. It's a pretty inactive server, though, so no one would really care how much attention you pay to it. No, it's all good. Okay. Terra Steel. So we still got to make a Terra Steel, right? And Terra Steel needs to be filled up pretty good. And I think that's... Okay, so we're going to make a bunch of Endo Flame. And then we're going to use a simple thing. We're just going to drop coal down. So what am I making today? Today we are making an infinite mana generator with the use of Endo Flame. I think we're just going to add that flower into the recipe book. We're also going to... Oh, we should also set up the other flower that just generates flowers around. I don't think we have an easy way of harvesting all of it, though. We'll figure something out. Okay, so we want to do... the Endo Flame. It's not gonna do it. Oh wait, we can't. Oh, that's right. We can't just craft the Endo Flame. We need to just grab the power. Oh, that's right. We gotta grab the things for it. Okay. We also never found a way to properly automate this thing. I wonder if we could do the fluid pipe into it. Let's find out, actually. So, fluid pipe. We're going to do the high extraction. Because it's cheap, it's easy to do. We need a tank. We'll use this... No, not seared. There should be an easy tank for us to make, right? Singularity tank is for experience points, which we should really be using one of those to store all of the experience points that we make. Jumbo tank is for mobs. Basic fluid tank. Okay, we're gonna see if this works. If I put a fluid tank here... No, we gotta move back one more. What are the green flying things? These guys are Whirl Sprigs from the Ars Nova mod. Other than that, I don't know much about them. I haven't done anything with Ars Nova before. It doesn't connect to it. What about the top? Doesn't connect to it. Yeah, I really don't know if we're going to be able to automate that. There might be something that we learn in the mod pack, in the Botania mod pack later. Okay. Oh, shoot, wrong one. Here, let's just make this all easier to be automated. Okay. Oh. The Endo Flame. Oh, we were gonna look up the floating flowers. Okay, let's just do that, because that might actually be something that benefits us and speeds us up through a lot of this. Mystical items. Spellbinding Cloth, World Shaper's Sextant, the Rod of Molten Core of Lands, Mana Blaster, Mana Weave Cloth. The Ender Artifacts is not it. Miscellaneous glimmering flowers. So glowstone dust can be sprinkled over mystical flowers to turn them into glimmering flowers, which sparkle bright enough to emit actual light at the same brightness as glowstone block does. Combining one of these with some dirt and pasture seeds yields a floating flower. A miniature floating island emits light and looks quite fancy indeed. Crafting a floating flower with a functional or generating flower will plant the latter on the former, yielding the looks and properties of a floating flower and the effects of the other flower, all rolled into one tiny island. Right-clicking a floating flower with pasture seed or snowball will change its appearance. Interesting. All right, Spen, I'm going to head off. I have a lot of stuff to do, so bye. All right, well, Mr. Nice Guy, thanks for hanging out. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your evening. We'll see you around. So the floating flowers, I thought were going to be a fancy automation thing. But they're basically the same thing. It's just we could probably just... I guess it would be nice because we could stack a bunch of flowers on top of each other. That's fine. We'll leave it be for now. Okay. So we got to make the Endo Flame flower. So we need 2 brown, 1 light gray, and 1 red. So brown. We're gonna go 1, 2. Light gray. And then 1, 2. Okay, so this should give us 16, 8, and 8. And then we just need a bunch of seeds. This is probably, hopefully, going to be more than we'll need for a long time. So we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. And then bucket of water. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Bucket of water. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. A 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. And then one last one. And now we are done. Okay. How many was that? 8 endo flame flowers that are now all going to get crammed here. And now we're gonna grab a smart shoot. The smart shoot. Here's how we're gonna do this. Smart shoot's gonna go here. We're gonna grab a wrench and we're gonna say drop. It's not doing it. Do I have to put something in there first before I can? Can we not change the numbers on smart shoots in this version? Something doesn't seem right. Whatever, it's fine. Okay. Maybe we'll just change to a regular shoot. We'll try a regular one for now. Because I'm pretty sure the shoot won't drop things if there's no space for it to drop. Right, if I go like this. I want to do... oh, what's it called? What's it called? What's it called? We want to do a chicken something. We want a roost. So the roost is going to go here. We then need coal chickens, right? Coal chickens. I think we're going to have to breed some. Which is fine. This won't do... I wonder if it'll do lava eggs. Let's find out. Because if so, that's going to make this a lot easier for us. No, it won't do lava eggs. That's fine. Okay, we're going to go grab... We got to get some coal chickens coming in. So I think with this setup, we are just going to have infinite chickens until the end of time. It really doesn't want to do the in-between one. Barn. There we go. Okay. Lava, blaze, blaze. Okay, we got to find coal chickens that are max level. We've got log, clay, netherite, ghast, prismarine, obsidian, villager, nether, coal chickens. 16 should be the max, right? Let's go to chickens. We're also gonna add another one of these teleporters in here pretty soon. We'll see if this works. It's possible it might dump out too many. We might have to do it as a filter. Yeah, because it just keeps dumping them. Okay. So we're going to remove this. Delete this. We're going to try putting... the roost here with the chickens. And then funnel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we just tell it that it can do 10 of them. This is probably crushing it now, isn't it? Yeah, so the mana spreader's full, so we can put in a couple more mana spreaders then. Unless, can we upgrade the mana spreaders? So the mana spreader can be combined with red string. Wait, a red string spoofer. Elven mana spreader is with Dreamwood, which is made somehow. How do we get Dreamwood? Generating flora, functional flora. Is it miscellaneous? Glimmering flowers, shimmering mushrooms. I don't see anything in there about Dreamwood. I love the cacophonium. Mystical items. I don't see anything in there about Dreamwood. Endurian artifacts doesn't seem to be it either. Mana detector, mana flux field, mana void. It might be one of the things that are locked. History. No. Natural apparatus. Living wood avatar. What? Carving some living wood into a humanoid and giving it a mana diamond for a heart yields an apparatus known as the living wood avatar. By itself, the block is just a pretty face. However, giving it a rod enables it to cast magic. The cost of mana from a spreader, of course. Not all rods can be used by an avatar. Any that do, however, are detailed in this book. Try the Rod of the Skies, Rod of the Hells, Rod of the Plentiful Mantle for starters. Interesting. Okay. We gotta figure out, because there's the Gaia one as well, but that's the Elven thing. Dreamwood. Oh, Elven trade. Living wood. How do I make an Elven trade? It's like an Elven portal, it looks like. Okay, so we gotta find something to do with a portal now. Mana Pylon, Eye of the Ancients, Teru Bozu, Living Wood Avatar. Manufactory Halo, Assembly Halo. What are these? Lugging around a crafting table is generally a troublesome task. The Assembly Halo, thus, is a portable crafting table as well as a quick start crafting option. Holding the item displays a halo of recipe slots around. Oh, that's actually really cool. So it's like a crafting table we can take with us and we can save recipes. Horn of the Wild, Mana Steel Equipment, Overgrowth Seed. An Overgrowth Seed is an elusive item that when planted on grass, spells it into enchanted soil. Flowers that are planted on this enchanted soil will function at twice their normal speed. Unfortunately, no method of actually creating these elusive seeds is known. They have, however, allegedly been spotted by historians in ancient structures and temples, perhaps. Okay. Mana Weave Cloth, Pasture Seeds. Natural apparatus. There's Drum of the Canopy, Drum of the Wilds. That might be... Wait, what's an abstruse platform? When shaped into extremely specific patterns, living wood can be crafted into a selectively permeable block. The obtrusive platform has a physical body only for non-sneaking entities above it. Sneaky entities or those coming from below will pass right through it. The mana burst will also travel through a platform without any trouble. That's kind of cool. This block can be disguised as any other simply... Okay, so it's like a little like sneaky block kind of thing you can add in. Alchemizing, hovering hourglass. Decorative blocks, numerical mana, Portuguese pavement, shimmering tiny potatoes. I wonder if it's this, the locked thing. Trinkets and accessories. Endarian artifacts. I guess we just keep going through and making things. Anything that's got the circle here means it's something we can make. So Terra Steel is just the next thing we're going to go for. Okay. So Terra Steel is a complex and useful magical alloy infused with ridiculous amounts of mana. Synthesizing it provides no simple task. For starters, creation requires a terrestrial agglomeration plate. Okay. So let's try making a terrestrial agglomeration plate. We don't have any of this. We need blocks of lapis, block of mana steel, which mana steal is iron going into the mana pool. Okay, so that's easy. Oh, how many blocks of mana steal did we need? Terra... Oh, what was it called again? Terrestrial. Excuse me. So we just need the 1 block of mana steel, so 9 iron. Boom. So we got 9 of those. Those become... block? Okay, what else do we need? Terrestrial agglomeration plate. We need 3 blocks of lapis. Something's up. We should have a lapis check-in, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why it's not giving us the resources. We might have to go double check to see what's going on there. For the time being, I don't think it matters too much, though. Terrestrial agglomeration. So now we need a rune of water, earth, mana, air, and fire. So the basic elements and mana. So a rune of water is made on a runic altar, which I believe we have here. Oh, we were trying to get that to accept mana, but we couldn't figure out how to get the mana pool to connect to a mana spreader. Okay, let's look this up. Botania. Pull mana from pool. Mana stored in the pool can be used to power other objects in Botania that require mana to function, such as functional flowers. Mana can be inserted into the mana pool via mana spreader, and any adjacent mana spreaders will pull mana from it. Oh, so it has to just be adjacent to it. So if I do this. Boom. So that's going to start charging the runic altar now. Kind of. Okay. It's just incredible how much that makes, too. Yeah. So we have mana going into it, kind of. The rune of water, oh, it requires a few different things here. So bone meal and sugarcane. Let's clear out our inventory for things we don't need. Oh, we need the lapis. 1, 2, 3. We do not need this or this or this. Let's keep our food. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. We'll keep this. Why don't we just throw this on here for now? You just enjoy charging. Okay. We need a fishing rod. We need mana powder, which is going to be glowstone, gunpowder, or dye. Cool. We also need sugarcane, bone meal. Sugarcane, bone meal. Mana steel ingots. And then what else do we need for this? Oh, just the mana powder, which is just the dye in here, I think. Cool, there we go. So now, I don't think the order matters of how we put this on. It says it's not ready, but I'm assuming once it gets enough mana... Oh, we can see the thing charging. Oh, that's so cool. I love when they add little things and they just give us like cool moving particles and stuff like that. Okay. What are we gonna need after this? We also need the fire rune, which is going to be mana powder, mana steel. So we need an ingot. We need a dye. Here, let's just do this. Seven's probably fine. Okay. We're gonna need probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. I'm assuming that's a little slower now because of what's going on. Okay. We gotta upgrade the mana spreader. I'm assuming that'll take a bit. We'll just hold the iron on us for now. Okay. This is probably done. Oh, look at the little lightning zipping off of it. I don't know if I'm supposed to... Okay, we gotta look up runes, I think. I don't know if we're supposed to interact with it in some sort of way. So we need mana manipulation, mana on rails. I know we saw runes, but I ignored it and we moved past it pretty quickly. Natural things. It might be in basics. Runic altar. To use runic altar, start by placing the components you want to create upon the altar. Point a mana spreader with the supply of mana at the altar. Your wand will show you the progress of the transfer. It should be apparent when the altar has received enough mana. When that happens, just drop or right-click a piece of living rock upon the altar. So we put it on it. What's next? Then use the wand on it to collect your rune. Oh, okay. Hey, we got runes. Oh, and it gave us 2 of them. Nice. So now, rune of fire. We've got the mana powder. We have the mana steel ingot. We need nether brick, gunpowder, nether warts. Nether warts, gunpowder, nether brick, which is easy for us to make. Let's just make a stack of 64. You know what? Let's make 500 because why not? It's pretty quick. All right, while that's crafting, we'll just slap everything on here that we can. So one of those, one of those, one of those. One of those. One of those. Cool. So that's going to charge with mana. Eventually, it'll be much faster, but, you know, that's just the speed it is for now. We should almost just put a whole room like that, or a whole bunch of these flowers around it. Because we can generate coal just cheap and free. Dude, it makes so much mana. It's insane. Right, it's halfway done. It's halfway done. I wish we could tell how much was in there, though. Okay, so after the fire, we need earth, air, and then whatever the magic one is. We need stone, block of coal, red mushroom. That's so easy. Okay. Stone. Mushroom. Oh, we don't have lots of mushrooms. We'll have to set up a farm for mushrooms. We might not have set one of those up yet. Okay. We also need... Wait, what was the other one? Rune of earth. It was stone. A block of coal. Cool, and that's good to go now. So we're gonna go and say, have one of those. Thank you, thank you. So 1, 2. One of these. One of these. One of these. Cool, and that's gonna charge now. So the earth one's being done. Next, we need the rune of air. So it's going to be carpet, feather string. Oh, that's so easy. Wool. I will take 3 of those for carpet, I believe. Oh, it's just 2 of them. Okay, so carpets, feather, string. What else was it? Carpet, feather, string, mana steel, mana powder. We're good to go. That's almost done. And then we just got to do the magic one, which I'm assuming might be a little bit more expensive. I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit more than just the basic resources. So put that on there. Did it work? Oh, thank God. Okay. Oh, I didn't see the stuff drop. I thought maybe we botched it and we lost our resource. So this. That's going to start charging. And now we just need the rune of Arcana. Sloth, greed, gluttony, lust, mana, winter, autumn, summer. Maybe it's the rune of mana. Terrestrial, right? Rune of mana. So, oh, it's just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana steel ingots and a mana pearl. Cool. That's incredibly cheap. I mean, it helps that we have basically infinite of mana. And it's a very slow infinite right now, too, because these aren't working as optimally as they could, because the mana spreader is just incredibly slow with sending over all of the mana. So, how you doing? Oh, you're pretty much ready to go. I thought this was going to be so much more difficult. So that goes on. That gives me the rune. Life is good. Okay, what else do we need for the terrestrial thing? That is it. We've got the lapis lazuli. We have the lapis lazuli. We have the block of mana steel. So it's just the runes now next. Cool. The only thing with this is we do know it's going to take a lot of mana. All right, Terra Steel is a complex and useful magical alloy infused with ridiculous amounts of mana. Synthesizing it proves to be no small task. For starters, its creation requires, yeah, this thing. This block would need to be provided with mana that would... Sparks being the most efficient mode of transfer. I still don't fully understand how... So sparks... How do they work with transferring sparks? So placing a spark over a mana pool and another over a nearby block that can accept it will allow the latter to access the former's reserves on demand. Does that mean... It doesn't look like we can attach those together. Okay. Let's just put this here. We're going to put it there, and then we're going to slap the thing down on top of it. I don't know. Wait, does it need to be made like a pedestal? Where's the terrestrial? Oh, it does. So we've got to do living rock and lapis, right? And it's just got to... I think the living rock goes underneath it. Picking up any of the items will halt the infusion, causing severe mana loss. The infusion uses about half a mana pool's worth of mana to create a single piece of Terra Steel. My God, that's so much mana. So we're really going to need to increase this a ton. Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should be good to go. Cat is God. Hey, Mooney, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. We are currently experts of Botania. And by experts, I mean, I think we know what we're doing. Okay, terrestrial. Or terrestrial. Goes here. And the spark goes above it. So that should just, like, yoink the mana from this to that, I think. If I'm correct, that's just how it will work. It's gonna take a while. We still haven't been able to figure out how to get the, whatever that elven stuff is. It's like some sort of portal. Let's try this again. How close are we? There's the unlock to progress. See, unlocking them must open that. Botanical brewery, brew incense, enchanting with mana, Eye of the Ancients. The ancients who used to watch over the world always looked out for the living beings on it. The Eye of the Ancients, while not an actual eye, is the next best thing. An adjacent comparator will output a redstone signal proportional to the number of nearby animals it can find. Its count starts from 2 with 2 animals around. It outputs a single strength of 1 with 3 animals. Unfortunately, time has worn down the sight of the ancients, so this block can only see animals for about 6 blocks in any direction. I don't understand what it means. It looks like it's just something specifically for helping with like animal farms or something like that. So the animated torch. It's a redstone torch with a spark of magical autonomy and the ability to hover. The torch will point horizontally when placed, providing a redstone signal in that direction and no other. Okay, cool. So it's like a helpful redstone kind of thing. The hovering hourglass, the ability to keep time, is an essential one for anyone who wishes to build any redstone contraption. So classical timer, however, can take up, frankly, unfortunately, unfortunate amounts of space, to say nothing about efficiency. The hovering hourglass is a simple, precise, sand-based timer. As its name implies, it's an hourglass that hovers and turns by itself. The hourglass can hold up to 1 stack of either sand, red sand, or soul sand, added via the right click. Once sand is added, it'll start draining from one of the chambers into the other. Once the sand... Oh, so that's how you do the timer, so the sand moves back and forth. Oh, that's so cool. So, if a mana burst collides with an hourglass, it'll stem the flow of sand and pause the timer. Another burst will continue the timer. Mana powder can be used in lieu of sand. Doing this turns an hourglass from a timer into a counter. Instead of sand flowing over time, the hourglass will drop 1 unit of powder every time a mana burst collides with it. That's really cool. Cool, so we don't need that. An open crate. Sometimes complex devices like droppers and dispensers can't offer enough precision or speed. A simple solution: make a crate, then punch a hole in its bottom. The open crate accepts each item from a hopper or other item outputter and drops the item directly below it. An interesting side effect of the open crate's construction is that when given a redstone signal, any items it drops won't be picked up by flowers like the... Oh, interesting. Oh, for 10 seconds longer than they would otherwise. Interesting. Okay. So the crate could have been a way to automate the system that we have right now if it wasn't for us having the create mod. Mana pylon. Mana pylon is a structure that pulls natural energies from the earth and uses them to power enchanting processes. Setting one adjacent to an enchanting table as if it was a bookshelf will dramatically increase the power of the table. Just 2 pylons are enough for a table to reach level 30. Dude, that's awesome. Enchanting with mana. With the magical power emitted from mana pylons, a structure can be built that performs enchants with books without consuming them. The construction of a mana enchanter isn't cheap, though neither in space nor materials. I'm assuming this shows us the size. That's actually pretty big. Cool. We're going to ignore that for now because we don't need that. Drum of the Canopy. It's like Drum of the Wild in that it's a percussion counterpart of a greenery wrecking horn. It serves the exact same purpose of the handheld Horn of the Canopy, but as a block. Okay, what's Horn of the Canopy? Drum of the Wild, it's the same as the Horn of the Wild. Okay, so Horn of the Wild, clearing out large areas of tall grass. I don't know what the other one, it doesn't matter. Spreader turntable. The spreader turntable, as its name applies, continually rotates a mana spreader placed upon it. Placing a spreader on a turntable will set it spinning. A redstone signal pauses its spin to change the speed. So I'm assuming this just changes the direction that it can point at stuff? Interesting, okay. brew incenses. We're not going to worry about that. I'm assuming Terra Steel is going to be part of the process for unlocking whatever it is that's going to give us the higher tier of the mana spreaders. I think for now, we're just going to make some more mana spreaders. So that's spaced out. We should be able to put one. We'll put one here. And we'll put one here. So shift right click. And so now these are all going to start pulling more mana, right? I wonder if I have to replace the flower for this. Maybe we have to bind it. So go 2 in there. 1, 2, 3 in there. And then 1, 2. 3 there, which means this one can go here. So that should dramatically increase the amount that we're making, right? Because each of the mana spreaders they're not filling up anymore. They're just getting up to a certain point and then dropping. So we could add more Endo Flames if we want to, I think. It looks like 4 Endo Flames per spreader is our magic number. So we need 6 brown, 2 light gray, and 2 red. Brown. So 1, 2, 3. No, we need 6 for 5, 6. No, that's 8. Oh, excuse me. So we'll go 1 and 2. And then we got the 3 right here. And then our 3 seeds. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we're gonna go bucket of water. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. 2, 1, 1, 1. 2, 1, 1, 1. So we're gonna add in a flower here. Oh, that one's within range, so that's good. And then we're gonna add in another one. We're gonna put a grass block here in, and we'll be able to get it right underneath. This is working out way better than I thought. Or we could just put dirt. Oops. Okay, that goes there. Oh, this is turning out fantastic. So now if we look at each of these, it's still doing good. Still doing good. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we can keep adding more. How are we? We're still not quite at half. Well, why don't we throw down... How do we make it again anyways? The Terra block. So Terra Steel is a complex, useful magical alloy, infused with mana. Okay. After plate is set up and ready to receive mana, tossing 1 mana steel ingot mana diamond, and mana pearl each upon the plate will begin the process. So mana steel ingot, mana diamond, and mana pearl. So mana steel... Oh, no, so we need iron ingots. And then we need a pearl. And then tossing 1, 2, 3. Starts the process. I'm assuming we're going to see this just drop dramatically. Yeah, all of the mana is basically gone. So why don't we just keep working on adding more of the mana spreaders? Oh god, that's going to be all of our mana, though. Can I give it energy from the tablet? I think the tablet's going down. Does it look like it's going down? It's orange right now. Let's put it in and we'll give it a moment. We'll count 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good enough. We'll check it out. It isn't doing anything. How do I get the mana? I'm afraid to right-click on that, because if we right-click on it, we lose all the mana that we put into that. Okay, we're just going to make more of the flowers. We've got 5 mystical brown flowers. Oh, what if we do a flower pouch? Now I understand the benefits of having the flower pouch. The only thing is the flower pouch doesn't hold all of them. It holds just a good chunk of them. So now we need floral fertilizer, and we're going to craft another 200 of it, because why the heck not? Okay. I was going to add bone meal to these, but I don't think that matters. Let's just collect them. It's going to be interesting to see which ones show up in our inventory and which ones get sucked up by the flower pouch. I think we want the flower pouch in the right hand. I wonder if we can make a machine. Oh, we might be able to use the create mod combined with the flower that generates the mana. Or sorry, that generates the other flowers. What's that? What's the oh shoot, what's the flower called? There's one that generates, but it needs mana. Back. Mystical flowers. Functional flora. Fallen Canade. I think it was one of these ones here. Polydesiac. Animals that live eating? No. Solognolia. It's picking up item, or stops people from being able to pick up items. The Jaded Amaranthus. Okay, the Jaded Amaranthus, that's what we need. So we need a Rune of Spring. Redstone Root. Oh, but we got this going. That does have a lot of energy built up around it. Maybe that won't be much longer. Right? That wasn't there before. We're just gonna hope. We're gonna hope. But we do know that's going to be the plan next, is to make one of the Jaded Amaranthuses. If we could find a way to auto put the water into here, it'd be so nice. That's the only thing missing right now. If the Petal Apothecary would fill with water for us, then chat, all we would have to do is just set up a chute. Or no. Yeah, set up a chute from the crate mod, and then we would just have to make we just have to queue up only one at a time. That would be the rule. Or figure out a way. Wait, there's a way to do it Ooh. So there's a way we could set up if we could figure out how to get water to go into the apothecary, there's a way we could set up the automation of crafting these with the create mod. Because the create mod has the brass tunnels that you can make with the option so that things moving along a conveyor belt get separated and split up, and it only allows, and we can set it so that it only allows all the items to go if it puts out a bunch of items at once. It'd still be complicated, though. Actually, the exporter from Applied Energistics would be better if we could do that, because then the exporter could just export all 5 items at once directly into the apothecary, the petal apothecary. But I don't think it works that way. We might play around with it later and see if we can combine them, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So in the meantime, we can drop off these. Oh, we gotta move that out so we can open this. So we don't need those. How did we get a pure daisy? Light blue dye we don't need anymore. We'll just keep going making more of these right now. But yeah, there's a way we'll be able to get it working with the create mod, which I'm really excited for. Because we'll have the one flower in the middle that generates flowers around it, and then the create mod will have its contraption that spins around with plows, and then the plows will just knock all of the flowers that spawn, or knock off all the flowers that spawn, and then it'll just automatically pick them up and then put them into a whatever the adjacent storage thing is, and then we'll just have. Oh, sorry, who did I punch? Oh, we almost killed the one whirl sprig. And then we can have it set up so that as soon as our system detects that we have like X amount of resources, it puts out a redstone signal that just finds a way to dispose of the flowers instead of storing them in the system. And then we can just let it run indefinitely. And I think that'd be really awesome. It'd be a little bit of redstone work. But at the end of the day, it would be very nice. Also, I figured out where the pure daisy came from. It came from the other side over there. Because for a period of time, we had a bunch of these set up. Or no, sorry, this is where we had the living wood and the living logs. Or no, the living stone and the living logs set up. Oh, we still have 2 mana spreaders as well. Okay, so we need brown. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will do. We need red. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need light gray. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we just need seeds. So 4. Oh, wait, no, we're making a ton of these. This is fine. If we make 8 more of these, that should be more than enough. We'll also double check to see how this is going. Did it make it? We weren't there to see. Did it despawn? Oh, crap. Okay, we're gonna just let the mana pool build up until it gets to half, because it says it uses half the mana pool to craft the thing. It's possible the items despawned before the thing was able to be crafted, because I think the items are just sitting on top of the mana pool. Okay, so I need a bucket of water and seeds. We're gonna swap these. 1, 2, 1, 1. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Okay, let's look this up. Botania. Petal. Apothecary. Refill. Oh, here we go. Automatically refilling petal apothecary. It looks like he does it with... What is he doing? So water goes into a hopper. But what's placed above it? Is it that barrel with the hole in it? So if a bucket of water falls on top, it sucks the water in. Okay. So if we drop a bucket of water, we might be able to do it with the use of a formation and an annihilation plane. Right? So the formation plane creates a bucket of water. No, that wouldn't work. What if... Okay, we're going to try... I was thinking maybe we could do 2 filters side by side. But I don't think that works either. Because if we could get this to fill with water, we could automate the whole process. The only problem is getting the water to go in is painful. I know. We're not going to worry about it right now. I think we're also missing petals. Did I accidentally let... Oh, I might have let them despawn. That's okay. Yeah, because the contraption I just saw on a YouTube video was a gentleman made a dispenser that drops the drops a bucket of water on top of the petal apothecary. You can see there, and then the bucket shows up. Shoot. Although technically we do have item pickers, right? I mean, there is the one flower that lets us pick up the items that have been dropped. It would be kind of cool to figure out how to use those. We'll fiddle around with those. We'll play with them later. But I think we've got our... I think... Now that I know that a bucket of water that lands on top puts the water in. Wait, what if we used a fan that blew buckets across? So a bucket of water fell on top, and then the fan blew it across to where it's picked up as... We'll play around with some stuff. We'll play around with some ideas. I got a couple different ideas coming to mind. Some of them using chutes, some of them using filters, another one using the flower that picks up the items. The only hard part is going to be figuring out a way to do it where we're not wasting a bunch of resources. Not that it matters, because most of the stuff is just auto-generator. Like, we just get iron ingots out of nowhere. We basically just pull them right out of our yin-yang. All right. Goodbye, goodbye. Hello, hello, hello. And so as long as we still see the flame showing up, it means it's close enough to pick up... Dude, the radius of what we're picking up coal is incredibly huge. Now, the question is, at what point does this fill up? That one's not lighting, but that one is. Okay, so we can add 2 more to each of these. You're playing Dark and Darker right now? What is Dark and Darker? It sounds familiar, but I don't know why. Okay. Sort of a torch here. It's a new Steam game in alpha. Oh, nice. What genre of game is it? It sounds almost horror-y. Cool, so those are just filling it up a little bit too quick now. And so we're gonna add in dirt, flower. It's like a PvP game. Interesting. So that one's full. If I remove this flower, does this start to go down? No, it does not. If I remove this flower, it starts to go down. So if I remove this flower, stays there. Starts to go down. Okay. So it looks like, is it it's either 5 or 6 flowers. Okay, so we're gonna add in another mana spreader. Oops. Right into here. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. 4. Oh wait, these are out of reach of that. Okay, this is gonna move. We're just gonna, we'll hide it farther in and we'll break a bit more and we'll hide it farther in. Okay. So we're gonna go like this. Oh, I keep forgetting about a magnet upgrade. We have so much coal. We're just gonna chuck the coal in the back corner because there's no point in putting it in our storage system. We just generate infinite. We'll just always have too much this way. You've served me well, coal. Good luck in the corner. So now we're gonna go 4. We're still not even at half. Oh, I might just leave this going after stream today, and that'll build up more of our mana for us. Because I still think that's going to be a while. All right, cool. What else? While that's building up, is there anything else we can go at? We can look through this and see if there's anything else fancy. I know I don't really want to start doing any of this because it's going to pull all the mana out of here that we need for the agglomeration table or whatever it was called. The terrestrial agglomeration tablet. Okay, what else do we have that's fancy here? We've also got alchemizing with mana. So mana is an extremely mercurial substance. Even now, its complete properties and abilities are unknown. However, what is known is that an alchemy catalyst created with a variety of otherworldly materials can be attached to the bottom of mana pool, allowing the latter to perform alchemy. Oh, interesting. So oak logs can be, so all the logs can become different logs. Rotten flesh can become leather. Redstone can become glowstone. That's how you can get different saplings. Quartz can change. Stone bricks can change. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that would be really nice to have that we're not capable of doing, or not capable of making. Oh, this is the book and quill into the name tag recipe. If we put the alchemy catalyst underneath, does it stop us from being able to do other things? However, what is that? Oh, it can be attached to the bottom, allowing the ladder to perform alchemy. It's not a complicated recipe either. It's just brewing stands, which I think we have some, don't we? We can just make them. So let's make 2 brewing stands. What's the thing again? Alchemy catalyst. Oh, dude, the alchemy table looks so cool. Okay, so alchemy catalyst. We just need a mana pearl. Thank you for the ender pearl game. Oh, chat, I don't know if we're gonna do mini games this Friday. We might do them Thursday. I've got to decide what's going on. We might do them Friday. It is Christmas Eve, but it all depends on how. You know what? We should just do them Thursday just to be safe, because I don't know if I'll be able to stream Friday. Because I know my mom has COVID, so we're not going anywhere. We're gonna be doing like our family get-together stuff like after Christmas, which is good because we don't want other people to get sick, especially with my sister having had a baby. Alchemy catalyst. So if I sneak in right here and we throw this here, we just say this. Now if we grab the book and quill, we can just get name tags now. Yes. Who are we going to name in celebration? There was someone we were going to name. I don't remember who it was. And I was like, yeah, don't worry. I'll totally remember. As soon as we get a name tag, we'll be good to go. And I did not remember at all. So when they get here, we're just going to be like, oh, well, we never got a name tag. Because I'm sure when we see the name in chat, we'll remember. I don't think we've named Overdrive yet. Let's name Overdrive something. Wait, there's cows here. We didn't have those before. You think it was Bob? Oh, Overdrive is here. Uh-oh. He knows I'm gonna name a cow after him. And just for the classic, we're gonna go 0v3RDR1v3 Overdrive 66 because it makes me satisfied. Oh no, that's Epsi. Oh, we have more. Milk machine. Here we go. There's Overdrive. Beautiful. And it was Bob. I don't know if it was Bob. It's fine. Now that we have the ability to make name tags whenever we want, we'll deal with that in the future when it comes up. You're always here. That is true. I always appreciate it. Okay. So now we've done that. Teru Bozu. So Teru Bozu are amulets that ward away bad weather. Simply crafting one of these and placing it in the world will decrease the durations of rain and snowstorms during bad weather, offering it via right-clicking. Offering it via right-clicking a sunflower will make the sun return. Attaching a redstone comparator to one of these allows it to detect bad weather. Did you name a cow after me, or Overdrive were you named after a cow? That's the real question here, because I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened first. There's no evidence of either. It's complicated. A fell pumpkin is a demented infusion of a pumpkin with the fell spirits of slain monsters. This vile pumpkin can be placed atop 2 iron bars, as one would with snow blocks for a snow golem to spawn a blaze. Blazes thusly spawned are somewhat fragile and drop a smattering of blaze powder in place of a blaze rod. Interesting. Okay. Complex brews. Sometimes your run-of-the-mill brews that just mimic your standard potions just won't cut it. Thus, there are also some complex brews. These either apply a combination of effects or new beneficial effects altogether. Interesting. A brew that applies both positive and negative effects, taking it leaves the affected individual empowered but also vulnerable. Brew of Overlord. Oh, there's so many new potions then. That's really cool. Excuse me. Botanical brew. And I'm assuming this is what we use to make the brews. Cool. Oh, these are different things. Brew of Fleet Feet. Oh, it mimics them. That's so cool. It looks like this mimics them, but also makes them stronger. Flask of Vigor. I love the look of the flask. It's so cool. All right, so that's all of those. What else do we got here? We've got mystical items, the Floral Obedient Stick. For some inexplicable reason, a piece of mana steel attached to some livingwood twigs is a thing flowers pay attention to. When used on a mana spreader or mana pool, this tool, dubbed the Floral Obedient Stick, binds all nearby generating or functional flowers respectively to that block. Wait, can we just bind them straight to the mana pool? Hold on. Hold on. No, that's mana steel equipment. That's not what we want. Hold on. When used on a mana spreader or mana pool, this tool binds all nearby generating functional flowers respectively to that block. Does that mean we can make this generate mana even faster? Also, we're past the halfway point. That's way faster than I thought it would be. Okay. So we need to make one of those sticks. Okay, so living wood. And then we need iron ingots. To do... And then what did it say? It said shift right-clicking? When used on a mana spreader or mana pool, this tool dubbed the floor will find all nearby. Okay, let's just try it. Oh, we just made it so that the tablet's going into it. And that's emptying the tablet now? Oh, that's how you do the tablet thing. That's so cool. Okay. So now we've got enough mana for this. So let's grab... We need another iron ingot. We need an ender pearl. And we need an ender diamond, or mana diamond. Okay, so that goes in. That goes in. And we go 1, 2, 3. Oh, we missed it. Dude, look how high that was. And so it's supposed to empty half of the mana pool. So once it gets down to this last tick, it should create our resource and we'll pick it up. And then hopefully it'll be like, oh, congratulations. Now you can make that portal thing that you were looking at so that you can make that thing that you wanted to. It's still going. Oh my God, thank you. Oh, I was getting really worried. Dancer in the dark. Conjure a terrestrial ingot using a terrestrial agglomeration plate. Okay. So now we can do mana mirrors. A mana mirror is an alternative to mana containing items like tablets. After it's bound to a mana pool, items in the inventory requiring mana will draw from it. To bind a mirror to a pool, simply right-click the pool with the mirror. The mirror can't input or output mana from two pools in any other way. That's fine. Wait. We have a new thing here, right? Challenges, extra entry index. The Manaseer Monocle. The portal to Alfheim. This is what we're looking for. They say that once upon a time, elves shared the world with us Minecraftians. Due to events presently unknown to us, at some point they were banished back to their own world, Alfheim, never to return. That's really cool. Experiments have been performed in an attempt to reestablish a connection between the two worlds, and a theoretical procedure for creating such a portal has been devised. Actually, creating this portal would prove to be an arduous task. Quite a few unusual resources would be necessary to... The net requirements come down to 8 living wood blocks, 3 glimmering living wood blocks, an elven gateway core, read on, and at least 2 mana pools and natura pylons. The living wood blocks can be of any variant, logs or wood, stripped or not, etc. So feel free to mix it up if you're feeling fancy. Cool. Crafting the elven gateway. It's living wood and terrasteel nuggets. Crafting a natura pylon is also terrasteel nuggets, but with an Eye of Ender and a mana pylon. And there's the Alfheim portal. Looks so cool. At least 2 mana pools with natural pylons directly above them would be needed within an 11 by 11 area around the core. The initial activation of the portal, we believe, would cost a huge amount of mana from said pools and would be performed by right-clicking the core with a Wand of the Forest. The portal is designed to draw mana from all pools with pylons equally. If any pool ran out, any connection a portal might have would close. Even with all these preparations, any link the portal could establish would be too weak to transfer living beings, so an Alfheim vacation's off the table no matter what. But items might just make it through, though mana from the surrounding mana pools would be needed for items to survive a return trip. All knowledge about Alfheim in this lexicon is at this point limited to what you find in this entry. It seems that elven knowledge has been almost totally lost. Perhaps if the elves could have a look at this book, they could provide further insight. Cool, so hinting at it that we gotta toss the book through the portal. So I think the portal's going to be one of the next things that we work towards making, but we're not at a point where I'm ready to do that because it is the end of the stream. So chat, we're going to wrap things up here, and I think we're going to crack open the portal tomorrow. That's going to be the plan. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. We usually start streaming around 7 p.m. Actually, we pretty much most of the time start stream around 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So, and I'll give you guys an update on what I think is going to happen with the mini games. They're either or the Realm mini games stream, because I think that's going to happen Thursday this week. But we'll see. We'll see how things are going. So, goodbye, everybody. Farewell, and I'll see you later.